Welcome to Workplace English. Today, we're going to cover 5 key phrases that data analysts use all the time at work. Super useful stuff.
And to make this really easy to remember, we're going to walk through them in the order you'd actually use them in a real data project. From start to finish. Let's jump in. Okay, so step 1. You're starting a new project. You get the data, you open it up, and something's off. This is the perfect time to use the phrase, "There was a discrepancy in the data set."
So what does discrepancy actually mean? Well, it's just a professional way to say there's a difference or an error in the information. It's a great word to use because it sounds less like you're blaming someone for a mistake and more like you're just analyzing the facts. It tells everyone, hey, we need to look at this before we go any further. Here's a great example. Let's say your boss asks why a report is late. You could say, "We couldn't run the report because there was a discrepancy in the data set from last quarter." See, it's clear, professional, and explains the problem without pointing any fingers. All right, so you've found the problem. What's next? You gotta fix it, right? That brings us to our second phrase for step 2, which is, we cleaned and validated the data.
Now this phrase is awesome because it does 2 jobs at once. Cleaned means you fixed the errors. Simple. And validated means you double-checked to make sure everything is accurate. So when you put them together, you're basically saying the data is now good to go.
So you could tell your team something like, before we could start the analysis, we cleaned and validated the data to make sure our results would be correct. This is super important. It's the foundation for everything else you're about to do.
Okay, so your data is sparkling clean. Now for the fun part. This is where you actually find the story hidden in all those numbers. And the phrase for that is, we identified a trend in the data.
So, a trend is really just a pattern. Our sales going up, our website visits going down. When you say you've identified a trend, you're really saying, hey, I found something important here.
For example, you might say in a meeting, after looking at the sales figures, we identified a trend in the data. Customer purchases go way up on weekends. Boom. That's a clear insight the team can use right away.
Finding a trend is awesome, but businesses want to keep an eye on things all the time. And that brings us to our 4th phrase. We created a dashboard to track performance.
What's a dashboard? Think of it like the dashboard in your car. It shows you all the important stuff in one place. In this case, it's a visual tool with charts and graphs so everyone can see how things are going in real time. Super helpful.
So you could say something like, to see our daily progress, we created a dashboard to track performance on our website's traffic. This is great because it shows you're not just giving them a one-off report. You're building a tool they can use every single day.
And here we are at the final step. This might be the most important one. After all that work, you have to present what you found. And the best way to start is with the phrase, based on the data, we can say that.
This phrase is pure gold. Why? Because it immediately tells people that what's coming next isn't just your opinion or a guess. It's a fact, backed up by all the work you did. It gives you instant credibility. Seriously.
So to wrap it all up, you could stand up in a presentation and say, based on the data, we can say that our new marketing campaign was successful. It's strong, it's confident, and it's the perfect way to finish your data story.
And that's it. 5 essential phrases that take you all the way from a messy data set to a really powerful conclusion. Make sure to follow for more Workplace English.